My name is Dr. Noluthando Netnou-Nkoana. I'm the Director for Genetic Resources within the Department of Agriculture. Challenges in agriculture include climate change, growing population, as well as increased food demand. We know that crop diversity that is managed and conserved by local farmers and indigenous peoples underpins sustainable food production. This is why globally there is a recognition of the enormous role played by farmers, indigenous people, and local communities in agriculture. We see this in global instruments such as the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture, the Nagoya Protocol on Access and Benefit Sharing, as well as the WIPO Treaty on Intellectual Property. These global instruments, they recognize the farmers' rights for the protection of traditional knowledge associated with agriculture, including the right of farmers to participate in decision-making, the right of farmers to actively be involved and participate in benefit sharing of genetic resources that are being utilized in agriculture. This we also see in national governments because they also have a responsibility to protect the rights of farmers and local communities. Here in South Africa, for an example, we have laws that have been enacted that protect traditional knowledge. We have regulations on bioprospecting and access and benefit sharing. The community-led initiatives also underpins and have huge impact on agricultural research as well as capacity development. We see this in the involvement of farmers, local communities in research that not only impacts their local circumstances, but also is there to address the challenges that are faced by these farmers at local level. Farmers are included in participatory plant breeding programs. In South Africa, for instance, the department is working with the Agricultural Research Council. We work with community seed banks, and it is farmers and communities themselves that decide on their crops of interest. They decide on the traits that they are interested in. Thus far, farmers have expressed a lot of interest in species like your cowpea, like your sorghum, your pearl millet, and your okras. This research, as I've mentioned, is farmer-driven and is driven by the needs of the local communities. This also encourages collaboration. The importance of community-driven practices forces us policymakers, researchers, academia to work together. We collaborate at global level. We see Biodiversity International, for instance, collaborating with local governments, community seed banks, and national gene banks on research that is informed by community-driven agricultural practices. We are noting also the elevation of the need for the public sector and the private sector to work together. The AU heads of states have expressed that there's a need to increase public and private sector investment in local agri-food systems, particularly involving indigenous crops and traditional crops, and the need for us to have specific policy and regulatory reforms as well as investment strategies in this regard. The G20 MAX also prioritizes the community-led agricultural practices, and these we will see in the discussions by G20 countries in all the different themes of G20 MAX that will be held in Polokwane now in May 2025. See you in Polokwane.